crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, you can find your way, babe.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think with your head, stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They flaunt that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhere between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. This an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on this throne. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. Saw your main girl in the private section, yeah. This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games. Whoa. Hop up on that wagon. Oh, please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin'. Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry. We just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy. Whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. They try to take my life from me. The king will come collect his fee. I do the most, y'all do the least. We don't eat scraps, we don't. Can't be feasting all these niggas. I stay beasting all these niggas. I'm releasing all these niggas. I can't be peaceful with these niggas. I'm like a diesel when I fucking gas up. Running my route, better pass up. Running from God with a pastor. Chewing on the game like a pasture. I ain't never looking for a handout. You can put your motherfucking hands down. K's like a goddamn drum line. But it's like my man, my son. KD erupted Vesuvius. These demons, they on the loose. Hey, y'all wanna win, put booby and always remember to tie in my boots. Hey, I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. I'm tired of watching these puppets and calling them artists. I'm falling too far. I just took what I had and I did what I could. Now I'm taking the love and creating, replacing the charge as God of stopping these people from fucking me over. I'm putting up walls and protecting my mind and protecting my time. Now I'm taking the money do the least. We don't eat scraps, we only feast.
Yeah. Ay. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon. The demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, a demon, a session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions. That is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend. I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on Axe. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you gonna learn something. Roll with me, you gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay study. Stank face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny.
He's
we go
heating
from
up!
humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack.
She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. Owe me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. Too many people on a bandwagon. Done been through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin.
Boom shakalaka!
No change, big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts. No gains, big stats, mo fame. We back stunts, said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going in, running that big check. My name, sign that, more rain. Come back, home and just come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey. Come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. What the fuck is going on?
So much internalized fat phobia, self-objectification, and racism, and all of the things.
Shut up.
Misogyny.
Holy shit.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3104 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes? Bustas hustlers and yo hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all
Fucking
bees.
The fucking Catalina wine mix.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Hashtag SwoleFam in the comments down below to win today's Swole card. Sheena accurately just dropped in the comments. I have the same exact shirt. Damn right you do. Lift, lift, lift.
America, fuck yeah!
Is that not the most epic design ever? Go rock some brand new merch over there at papaswolio.com. We have a lot of new designs, 20% off the entire site. So go and pick yourself up something special. It's also holiday season. So again, links down below, papaswolio.com. Go and pick up some merch for your significant other, your friend, your lifting buddy. Holidays are coming up, so make sure you get those orders in soon. That way you don't have any designs, certain colors. Sometimes certain colors and certain sizes sell out. So head on over there, papaswolio.com, and check out all the specials we got. Let me see. Let me bring that up. And we also are very excited for members. We got a big week. We'll talk about that because we're going to get into some new releases. Again, you could join us over at swolenormusx.com. But first, let me show you. Look at this guy. Look at that guy.
Oh. Hi, puppy.
Looking lean, looking mean. 20% off all merch over there on the greatest website in the realm. Check it out. Deadlift, Swoleverine. I'm a barbell girl. We got kid sizes. We have baby onesies. We have all sorts of stuff. You're a swole one, Mr. Grinch. We're going to start featuring a lot more of these holiday designs. So check it all out over there. papaswolio.com. All right. Today, actually, the sidebar is incorrect because we have a special edition episode today. It's Accountability Monday. So we will get into some questions. We will answer some questions after we get into some Swole Fam posts. Every Sunday, I ask the Swole Fam, what are you doing to hold yourself accountable? What are you promising yourself to work on this week? So let's get into those. And then what we'll do is we will get into some new releases. So we'll get some questions after, and then we'll do new releases at the end. All right, let's get into it. Are you ready, Beaches? Hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, share the show with your friends, leave a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcast, anywhere you bang your ear holes. First, accountability post. And by the way, if you're not a member or you didn't respond to this text message yesterday, drop in the comments right now. What are you promising yourself to work on this week? And give me some details. How are you going to do it? So the reason why usually when someone just says, I'm going to work on nutrition, it's not good enough. If you are focusing on your 7 pillars, you need to give details. So if I say, hey, what are you focusing on this week? How are you going to exactly do it? And you say, I'm going to eat better. You're going to fail. You're just setting yourself up for failure because you have no structure. You don't know what you're doing currently. You're not specific with how you're going to change it and how you're going to execute it. So if you're not specific with what you're going to do, you're not going to have any kind of appreciable outcome and you're not going to make the progress that you think you will. You're just giving yourself an out. You're giving yourself a chance to make excuses. If you give yourself a vague goal, you can vaguely achieve it or justify why you didn't. So make sure that you are giving me specific details when I send out these messages. And if you're dropping in the chat, make sure you give me some details there too. All right, first one is from Aaron. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Is it a bloody head? Maybe. Aaron says, this week I'll continue working on my mindfulness, especially because I'll be traveling this weekend, which makes more room for things to fall off. I'll be doing this by continuing my early morning wake up and practicing my meditations at night or during the day, depending on how my schedule flows. Good man. Alyssa says, gonna try and take some walks this week. Just got back to my dad's and I'm gonna drink a lot more water and hopefully eat better, but we'll see. We'll have to see what we got in the cabinets. So again, you can't control what you don't have control over. So prepping food, bringing your own, going shopping, making sure you have what you need. Everyone's situation's different, but of course, you got to make sure you have your tools in the toolbox so you can use them, correct? Thank you for sharing. Mark says, what I'm focusing on this week is not letting daylight savings time affect me. Can we just pause for a moment and talk about how daylight savings is a fucking joke? Does anyone love having it get dark at like 5 p.m.? Of course, we're still getting the same amount of sunlight, but why do we have to fuck up the clocks? Can we just get rid of that, period? Any arguments against getting rid of daylight savings bullshit? What a waste of time. I really do think it's some sort of, at this point, it's just a complete psyop. It's just to distract people and just this fucking control. It's just to jerk you around a little bit more, as if taxes aren't bad enough, as if inflation's not bad enough, just like daylight savings time. I know it's been around for a long time, but it's just another little fuckery. It just fucks you over a little bit more. Just another annoying piece of garbage that keeps you under the authoritarian boot. I'm not a fan of government. Have you noticed? Now that it's getting dark earlier, I notice that my mood is feeling different. I'm not a fan of it. I'll try to come back. I'm assuming combat this. It's a spell error. I'll try to combat this by ensuring my phone is on red light mode when it starts to get dark and upping my vitamin D levels. So yeah, agreed. Everyone, look, I'm in Florida. I get sun today. It's not really sunny right now, but I got some sun. Got some sun on my junk. Got some sun on my my schlongus earlier. Yeah, sun in my ball sack. But you're not getting the same type of direct sun that you are in the summer. So just a reminder, take some vitamin D. It's practically free. It's one of the cheapest supplements. So vitamin D is great. Take it. And it's good this time of year. So that can help tremendously. It's going to help you from, this kind of, hey, well, I got sick because it's the winter. You're getting sick because you have vitamin D deficiency. And usually this is built up over the summer, but most people don't get enough sun. They don't eat quality foods. Nutrient density in food has decreased, even if you're eating quality foods. So make sure you're getting your supplements, and then you'll avoid being sick if you take care of yourself. All right. Melissa says, hi, Papa. I'm promising to stick with my being consistently consistent with all 7 pillars. Nothing exciting, and I feel that's a good thing, to be consistent, execute daily, and make gains with all the 7 pillars as life continues to throw many curveballs. Thanks for everything. And I agree. Again, if you don't know what the 7 pillars are, links are down below to download. You could also go to swolenormousx.com, download the 7 pillars, and apply them. Stay focused on them. Because if you are focusing on the 7 pillars, make that your North Star. These are things that you can control, and you need to control them. If you're not controlling the few things that you can control, you're setting yourself up for failure, and you are victimizing yourself. You're making it so you can't be successful, and then you're going to complain about why you're not successful, and then continue down that spiral, and that is not acceptable. Micah says, I'll be working out from 6 to 7 a.m. Being on the ship this week, I need to get back in the gym and really focus on the nutrition that I can control. Good. Try next time to give me a little bit more details, but at least good. Focusing on the nutrition. How? I really need to focus on the nutrition that I can control. What can you control? What does that mean, right? What can you control? And what does controlling your nutrition mean for you? Some people are like, I need to get rid of the chips. I need to stop eating this garbage and get out of my house. Other people are going to be different. So for me, when I say controlling my nutrition, I mean, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've been doing this for a long time. I'm very consistent with what I eat. So if I'm trying to personally control certain things, it's going to look a lot different than someone that is, their nutrition's a hot mess. Not saying Micah's is a hot mess. So it's relative. So what does controlling your nutrition mean? And then get specific with yourself. And if you're sharing specifics and you're putting yourself out there for the Swole fam, you're going to follow through much more likely. And you need details. So if you don't really know what you're doing and you're just saying, I need to do better with it, what does that mean? You're just kind of leaving it up to opinion. And then it gives you excuses and the out to make excuses. Michael says, good evening, Papa. This week, my primary focus isn't me, but my kids. My nutrition will still be fine, but my workouts will be me working with 2 of my daughters. Aww. They keep complaining about me not forcing them to work out. I give them resources, but they don't do it. And now they've made me a little angry. Woken the beast. They will be forced to do stuff this week per their request. I'll get in what I can and I'll get a lot in, but they are doing primer week this week. All right. Represent. All right. Time for your kids to go to the fucking gym. I like them. I like those children. Yell at me. Riley says, continuing our conversation from yesterday, I'm going to begin eating liver this week. Good for you. I will take it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right before lunch around noon. Good stuff. And Sydney, staying consistent and focusing on this day instead of the future to believe in myself and my abilities to achieve my goals. Okay, get specific. Again, staying consistent, focusing on this day instead of the future. Okay, to believe in myself and my abilities to achieve my goals. Well, what does that mean? Again, you have to be like a 5-year-old. Why? To believe in yourself. What does that mean to believe in yourself? In other words, what would make you consistent? What's going to make you on Tuesday be like, for Sydney, yesterday I really was successful because I did these things. At the end of the week, you look back, I was successful by and again, you can't be successful if you're not specific. You can't be successful if you're not specific. So if it's just this vague idea, it's really based on your mood. And you're like, well, I didn't really do that good. I was stressed. And you don't really know if you objectively did it or not because you didn't have an objective measurement. You didn't have an actual objective. That's why it's called. An objective means a specific goal. So you need to be more objective. And what does it mean to be successful? So again, when I ask these questions, I say be specific. What does it mean for you to be successful this week? What are you going to look back and say, hey, I was successful? What was it? What is it? For fuck's sake, get specific. Especially when I ask, I say be specific. And then I get vague responses like, we got to go back to reading comprehension. We need to. And I think it's a subconscious thing too. You avoid the details, or people never really understood how to set proper objectives. Remember, if you're vague psychologically about it, you can vaguely be successful, or you can make excuses as to why you didn't do certain things. So remember, you're going to have that little voice. You're going to have that little saboteur in your brain. And you need to make sure that you set yourself up so you don't succumb to the negative outcomes and the negative voice and stuff. All right, let's get into some questions. #AskPapaSwole. Drop in the comments. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, the Daily Swole on Rumble, also Apple Podcast, Spotify. Make sure you leave a 5-star review if you enjoy the show and share it with your friends. Leave a review. Helps tremendously. 5 stars. If you enjoy the show, you love banging your ear holes with ye old knowledge cock, make sure you follow over there because we are shadow banned pretty much everywhere. So make sure that you show the love and plug in. And of course, if you're a member, you get Telegram notifications and Swole texts if you're in the US and Canada before the show, so you know when we're going live. All right, let's get into some questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole if you got live questions. I was talking to a bunch of you over the weekend on Swole text, and if you didn't get the answer, if I didn't get back in time because we go back and forth, and eventually I have to get off my phone. So if you have a follow-up to any of the conversations, you can drop in the chat now. Martian Returns on Instagram. I'm trying to hit 225 on bench. Any tips? Yeah, keep on progressively overloading until you get there. Check your form. Nutrition's important. Proper program design. Make sure you're managing your fatigue, maximizing motor unit recruitment, and minimizing fatigue. So I got a lot of tips. So the weight doesn't really matter. So again, I'm trying to hit 225 on bench. That's your ego talking. It doesn't matter. Once you get 225, you're going to want 230. You're going to want 235. You're going to want 240. So it's the same process. Whatever you need to get to 210 is going to get you to 225, really. Now, of course, sometimes you say, well, what got me here is not going to get me to the next level. There's a point, right? There's going to be a point where you just aren't going to be able to bench anymore. But it's always back to the fundamentals. Yeah, it's always back to the fundamentals. And based on that question, we can talk about it. Most of what you guys deal with when it comes to hitting a wall or hitting some type of plateau, this is why we always come back to the 7 pillars. Go back to the fundamentals. Go back to the basics. It's usually in the basics. And the basics aren't sexy. They're very simple. And it's frustrating. People want to hear a complicated answer. Ooh, I'll take this, or I'll do this specific exercise. And usually it's, maybe you're doing too many sets, do less. And it's like, I don't want to do less. People think more is better. So a lot of people don't want to hear the right answer. They don't want to hear the proper answer. They want to hear an answer that fits their worldview or their understanding of things, which might be incorrect. Let's see. Mark on Zehrumble. Papa Swole for Bulgarian split squat. What's the proper distance your leg should be from the bench? It truly depends. What I will say is that most people for the vast majority, a bench is way too high for your back foot. You see a lot of people putting their foot on a bench. Why? Because there are benches in gyms. But more often than not, a bench is way too high for a Bulgarian split squat. It shouldn't be that high. So there's that. You only really need to be like 6 inches or a foot off the ground. It really doesn't, because the higher your back leg is, the more hip mobility you need to actually have good form. And if your foot is too high, it's just going to shift the tension and not allow you to get as deep and activate the proper musculature on that leading leg. So it doesn't need to be high off the ground. So start there first. And it depends. The closer your foot, the more your knee is going to travel over your toes. So it's going to be more quad dominant. You could also elevate your heel if you want more quad dominant Bulgarian. But if your knee is going over your toes more, you're going to get more of a quad dominant Bulgarian. And further away from you, if your knee isn't going as far over your toes, or you elevate your foot a little bit more, you're going to get more glutes and adductors. Samuel Clemens 66 on Shitstagram. Papa Swole, what body fat percentage is too much when bulking? Currently 6'2", 231. That's relative. You don't need to be in a crazy surplus, if at all, for bulking. You really don't. You could be around maintenance and bulk. You just need to increase your maintenance as you build more muscle tissue. So this is a big misconception I talk about all the time. You don't need to get fat. A lot of people do, just because if you're in a surplus, you know you're getting at least maintenance. So people use this, again, I'm going to talk a little about this. People use this as an excuse to eat garbage. They use this as an excuse to look at a scale. Hey, I'm getting bigger. You're just putting on fat and water. Unless you're seeing that kind of systematic improvements in terms of you're adding more reps or you're adding more weight to your lifts, you're not building muscle. So that's what's most important. And you don't need to be in much, if at all, of a surplus. You just need to be getting sufficient, because your body has fat. Your body has calories. It has energy. And, fat doesn't turn into muscle. Okay. So yeah, you need to improve, you need to increase your maintenance over time. But people, again, when you're eating in a surplus, you're trying to rush that. So you put on fat. And a lot of times you don't notice that it's fat. You go from 175 to 180. And let's say you were like 13% body fat. You're probably 13 and 14%, just so you see, it doesn't look any different. It doesn't. You're going to still see veins and you're going to see definition or whatever it is. So you think you're putting on muscle, you're getting bigger, the scale's going up. It's really just fat. So you need to look at the actual metrics that are going to tell you if you're building muscle, and that's going to be rep strength, and that's going to be weight. Essentially rep strength. You know, you couldn't do more than 7 reps, and now you're doing 9 reps, and you were doing 200 for 6 reps, and now you're doing 210 for 6 reps. Let's see, Mark, follow up to the Bulgarian question. What would be something better to use than a bench? Well, if you don't have you can use steppers. You can use a couple of those aerobic steppers. You can put your foot on anything. It depends. If you have a rack and the gym's empty, you can put one of those hip pads on a bar in the rack if you're using dumbbells and put your foot up on that. They have Bulgarian. I have one of those where you can adjust the pad. It's like a little stand. A lot of gyms don't have that. And if you're going to a gym, of course, that's my home gym. But if you're going to a gym, you're not going to have that. So you put your foot on anything. Put your foot on a couple blocks. Put your foot up on a dumbbell vertically. Might be less stable. The whole point is you want it to be as stable as possible. So a lot of times people do Bulgarians and they do it on a bench in the open. It's less stable. You're single leg and you're wobbling. Grab a bar or grab like the frame of a squat. Like, stabilize yourself. If you want to build more muscle and you want to, go harder, make sure your other arm is holding something. People have this idea that Bulgarians, you have to be essentially doing a crescent pose in yoga. You have to be balancing on one leg. You're just not, that's not as effective as holding onto something with your other hand. Yoga block, yoga block's not going to be tall enough. So yoga block is going to be really low on the ground. If it's vertical, it's going to be falling over. So if a bench goes on, you could use a bench. You could use a bench on, you could put a bench. If the bench goes into decline mode, you can put your foot on it like back on the decline portion. If it's lower to the ground, it could be anything. Just usually benches are too high. I'm not saying you can't do the Bulgarian, but a lot of people don't have that kind of mobility. They don't have that mobility to do it properly, and and even if they do or they think they have the mobility, they'd be better off lowering their foot. And a lot of people have issues with Bulgarians because they put their leg back and then their knee hurts because they have tightness and mobility in their hips. So that kind of hip extension and hip flexion, because one hip is extending, one hip is flexing. Simone Zanella, Papasolio, is cardio good for losing weight? It's irrelevant. Cardio is irrelevant for losing weight. That's going to be caloric balance. That's going to be your lean mass, which is important. So cardio is just, your body adapts to cardio very much. It's good for your heart. Again, it's good for your heart, but it shouldn't be considered a factor in adjusting your weight. What you should be doing is getting rid of all the inflammatory foods and the seed oils and the processed carbohydrates and processed oils and proper sleep, hormone balance and function. So you don't need, look, again, you do not need to do cardio to lose fat. You don't want to lose weight. You want to lose fat. So cardio is good for your cardiovascular system, but it's not really relevant in terms of weight management. It's exercise. So a lot of times when people, they start walking, they can lose some extra weight, but of course it's what they're consuming and it's just their overall energy expenditure. But you just don't want to lose weight because you can lose muscle, right? If you're in an extreme deficit and you're losing weight, remember when you step on a scale, it doesn't tell you that you lost this amount of fat. It just tells you were 150 and now you're 130. So if you're not eating proper protein, you're not doing resistance training, you're losing all sorts of muscle tissue, or all sorts of tissue in general. Let's see. Daving FV. God, so there's always a theme with certain questions. There's always a day. It's always like Everyone's talking about calorie balance. It's so interesting because these are random questions from Instagram. So ask your questions live. We're going to move on to releases shortly. Dabbing FV, can you actually lose weight while gaining muscle? Lose fat while gaining muscle? Sure. If you are very obese, if you're new to training, that's when it's most likely to happen. But for most people, it's not something that you're going to do simultaneously. But you can. It just takes a long time. And most people are impatient. They think it's either gaining and getting fat or it's losing and getting lean. Your focus, again, if everyone just ignored this question, pay attention, ignored this question and just focused on building muscle. If everyone that wants to improve their physique just focused on eating around maintenance, enough protein, focusing on protein and building muscle. If everyone just focused on building muscle, not eating excessive calories, not bulking, doing tons of carbs, but focusing on the protein for muscle and focusing on improving their rep strength, improving and minimizing their fatigue and getting stronger, building muscle. If people just focused on that, they would build muscle and they'd lose fat. Everyone just wants everything. I want to do all these things at the same time. It's adaptation. So you do tons of cardio, it's going to negatively affect your adaptations for muscle building because it eats into your fatigue and it's a different type of adaptation. Conage 1021, tips for overcoming weight loss plateaus, cut more calories, build more muscle. You don't want to lose weight. Again, stop worrying about the scale. Anytime someone says weight loss, they're looking at a number. Fuck the number on the scale. I'm so sick of answering this question. Build muscle. Stop paying attention to the number on the scale. It really does not matter. For most of you, the number on the scale is just telling you how much you ate that day, or it's telling you how much fat and water you're holding. Okay? Build muscle. Are you building muscle? Are you getting stronger? Is your strength going up? Then you're building muscle. Over time, you're going to be building muscle. If you're worried about a weight loss plateau, worry about your physique plateau. Worry about your strength plateau. Worry about your effort, your overload, your progressive overload, your fatigue. You're worried about a fucking number on a scale. Are you building muscle? Are you building muscle? You will lose fat over time. You will metabolize more fat over time if you improve your metabolism and lean mass. Build muscle. Stop worrying about what a number on a scale says. It is irrelevant. It does not matter. The scale does not matter. Okay? You could be 130. A lot of you are going to be 130 and looking soft and fat. And then you're 140 and you're muscular and leaner. So it's Alex Faye music. Is porn dangerous? For the performer, for the actors or the actresses? Is it dangerous? STDs maybe? Is it dangerous to look at it? Any kind of addiction that's negatively affecting your personal life is, an addiction is different than some people can have a drink. Some people can't have and touch the stuff because they don't know their limits and they do things to excess. So danger in a lot of things is relative. The issue with our society today is the ease of access of things. And people leave their physical health. They're not plugged into the physical realm and they're mentally unstable. Coach 3R Field. Benefits of using a sauna after training. It's great. Sauna's great for your health. It's been proven. So benefits, it's just fantastic. Heat shock proteins, it's great for cardio mimicking benefits. Sauna's great. One of the best times to do it is after a workout. So it's great. Sierra Charlie, when are you getting a Swolenormous app? Shortly, it'll be launching soon. So if you're a member, you'll get first access to it when it's available. Absolutely. You'll be hearing a lot about it once it's available for everyone. The Grande Fox, Papa Swolio, how to stay motivated while working shift work and not getting sleep. You're going to have low mood. Your hormones are going to be in the gutter. You're answering your own question. How do I have energy and feel great while doing shift work and not getting sleep? I can't really answer that question because the problem is, the problem, and that's the solution, is to get quality sleep. It's the most important thing. The most important thing next to water and hydration is sleep. And it might actually be the first. It might actually be more important. From a day to day, it might be more important than hydration. I mean, they're both. Water, breathing air, and sleep is more important than food. So if you're not getting sleep, you are destroying your health objectively. And I don't blame you for not staying, quote, motivated. You're low mood. Motivation's bullshit anyway, but that's just how you feel. You're going to feel like shit if you don't get sleep. And it's taking years and years and years off your life. I'm not trying to be negative, but working overnights and not getting sleep is the worst. I can't answer that question. How do I stay motivated when I'm not functioning like a human being should? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I mean, you take naps, you can supplement, but I mean, if you're not sleeping when human beings should sleep, it's really hard to answer that question because there's nothing that's going to make up for just getting quality sleep. And there's the Tainted Man. The Mustard Man. Hashtag Swole Fam for a chance to win today's Swole card. Any questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Make sure you drop that in the comments. Last chance to answer a follow-up question. Or we'll get into some new releases. And then tomorrow we're back to our normal programming, normal flow of the show. We'll get into balls deep content, all that stuff. Okay.
What's in the box?
All right, let's go. Let's get into some new releases. You ready? Everyone's like, yeah, questions. Give us some new shit. All right, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam. You'll get access to all this new content. We got new releases. Who's ready for a new recipe? A recipe. You like that? Here we go.
You switch the sample.
Drum roll. First release, new recipe. We do 3 new recipes every week. First one is bison breakfast sausage. Hey-ho. Huh? Who likes that salchicha? You guys like that shit? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Bison breakfast sausage. Very nice. All right, let's do an intermission with a little Tainty Man. So cute. So cute. He is out. All right, we like our beef, and I know for a lot of you it's getting colder. It's like 85 degrees here. It's hot as balls. That's why I moved here. But we have, for some of you, for the colder weather, instant pot beef stew with sweet potatoes. All right.
Hadouken!
Not bad. Instant pot beef. Some of you have that Instapot or whatever you call it. I don't. But if you do, this is a recipe for you. Nothing wrong with some stew, some sweet potatoes. Get that bone broth. Fantastic. So good stuff. And very simple. Look, you'd be surprised. You might be like, well, this isn't much of a recipe. It is. We have all the recipes. We'll help you cook. We'll help you learn how to do all that stuff. We have recipes just for white rice. A lot of people just don't know how to cook, period. So this one's simple. If you want to cook a whole chicken, you got a family, you get a chicken, you got a good deal, whatever it is, get a whole roasted chicken, and we will help you with this whole roasted chicken recipe. So a lot of protein. No real veggies today, which is good. Whole roasted chicken, instant pot beef stew with sweet potatoes, and bison breakfast sausage. Very nice. Good stuff. 3 new recipes. All right, we got some featured classes. We got some new moich. You heard? You heard, fam? We got some new featured classes this week. We got thousands of classes inside SwoleNormousX. So we feature different ones. We put a spotlight on certain ones. This week, putting a spotlight on Rachel's class, Express Jungle Flow. Swollen 7 Core Round 5. And our other featured workout this week is Total Body Preheat 1. So if you haven't tried those, give it a shot. So if you're just going, hey, I want to do yoga class today. I have nothing in particular in my programming. Just want to do a yoga class. I'm going on a trip and you're looking for a yoga and you just can't decide because we have like 450 classes for yoga and mobility. Try the Express Jungle Flow. Nice. And plus, if it's cold where you are, it's snowing, you get a little, I think she filmed this in Costa Rica. So give that a try. Featured yoga class. Very nice. Okay, we got a new yoga class, brand new yoga class. We have a new merch drop, and we have another announcement. We'll do that last part first, so drop some biceps and gorillas in the comments. This Thursday, seems like we just did it last week, but we have let's get America for that, Swole Fam Roundtable number 80 this Thursday, November the 7th. So this Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. for members only. Roundtable 80. For those that are in the know. Roundtable 80. Fucking great. We'll talk to you then. Join the fam, swolenumbersex.com. So this Thursday's episode will be private. It's a conversation with myself and other members of the fam. Of course, you'll catch it later. We'll have it in Swole TV so you can listen later, but show up live. And important because show up live and ask questions. So if you have questions, we're there for 2 hours, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can jump into the Zoom call and ask a question to myself and other members, get great feedback on your programming, on something going on in your life. Brand new yoga class. 2 more. Any last minute questions you could drop in the chat.
What's in the box?
Here we go. Brand new yoga. If you liked hips number 1, you liked hips 2, you liked hips 3. Did you like hips 4? I'm sure you did, because the Swole fam has spoken. They wanted hips number 5. Let's fucking go.
Boom shakalaka! He's on fire!
I gave it a
Express class with Alex.
a 10, a fucking 10.
So we have so many classes, and we're going to keep on adding new ones. So the best part is when you find a series or you find a class that you like, we usually have 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes more other ones. The most popular ones we're going to have, people always want their hips. So we have, obviously, this is hips number 5. We have so many hip classes and so many options, which is great. So that's the best part about the yoga studio, because sometimes maybe there's other places that have you like a class, like, oh, that was a great class, but there's only one of it. Oh, I wish there was another class. Or you have a local gym and, oh, I love this class. It's only on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and I'm working and I can't make it. When you find a class that you like in the yoga studio, you can repeat that over and over again. We have usually other ones. So that was always really important to me when we have a class, any kind of topic. If someone likes something, we have other ones. So you can definitely pursue other classes and get a different flow. So you don't have to just it's great to do the same class. I think people underrate the fact that what's great about the video is you can do the exact same class over and over again. And it's different. And people don't understand that you don't want to do random stuff. When it comes to weight training, you don't want to do random stuff when it comes to yoga, really. You want to focus. So when you do a yoga class, if you go to an actual yoga studio, even if you do the same quote unquote flow, it's going to be a little bit different every time. But if you like a class in Swole Enormous X, you literally can do that one over and over again. And guess what? You adapt and you practice and you can see those improvements. There's a certain sequence and you can only get so far. And then now you can get a little bit further and then you do it again. And because you're adapting to that kind of flow, you're adapting to that sequence, you're adapting to those specific movements, and you can actually see noticeable improvement when you repeat. So doing random stuff is good too. You're still going to get mobility, but if you practice one class over and over again, you'll be able to really measure your improvement. Maybe you only got through 30 minutes of it, and now you got to the next pose and you notice, hey, I got to the whole class, and the first time I did it, I couldn't make it through the whole class without pausing for a minute. So it's really a great benefit. You want to repeat things and you want to give your body a chance to adapt, just like weight training. You do random stuff with weights, you're not going to make any consistent progress because you're just doing random stuff. There's nothing to really adapt to. Everything is a shock. Everything is a novel stimulus, and your body can't actually make specific improvements because you're just doing random stuff, aka CrossFit. So anytime your programming is consistent, you're able to make more consistent progress. Okay, new merch. So sometimes we have, and then we'll wrap up. So new merch, sometimes people have this misconception we talk a lot about, because in 2024, it's very similar to 1984, where you have the leftist lunatics that are trying to control your speech. They're trying to censor you. They're telling you that math is racist, for example. Isn't that ridiculous? Math is racist. Math is racist. Math is objective. So again, the reason why leftists try to break your fundamental understanding of the universe is because if they can break that fundamental rationality, they can install any kind of ridiculous nonsense into your operating system. They can tell you that men are women and blah, 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 and there's systemic racism and all this nonsense. So they're trying to break that foundational understanding of your reality. So you've heard from 1984, 2 plus 2, the whole crux of that in that story from Orwell was 2 plus 2 equals 5. And this is actually incorrect. If you didn't know, 2 plus 2 is not equal 5. And to be honest, I will tell you, and you might hear, this might be the first place you hear this, 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4. No. It doesn't. It does not. It does not. 2 plus, you think you know, but you have no idea. 2 plus 2 does not actually equal 4. 2 plus 2, and you're learning this here first. I want to make sure that the Daily Swole is giving you the latest, the greatest, the latest updates. I want to make sure you have the latest, and I want to make sure that you are the most educated people in the world here on the Daily Swole. Blast, yeah, it doesn't equal 4. It doesn't equal 5, and it doesn't equal 4. 2 plus 2 actually equals GTTFG. Teach your kids math. Teach your kids some fucking math, and teach them properly. 2 plus 2 equals GTTFG. It means go to the fucking gym. Okay? Fuck your 4. Oh, your even number. Fuck your prime numbers. Fuck all that nonsense. 2 plus 2 equals GTTFG, period. End of story. Learn how to do math properly. Learn how to do math properly. All right? Enough. Tired of it. Tired of it. So get your abacus. Tell Cerny. Cerny's going to get her abacus out and her sundial. Okay. So 20% off everything, the entire site. I kind of gave it away. I kind of showed you the merch. If you were like earlier in the show, I scrolled down. I was like, oh shit, we already have it up. So we got a lot of stuff over at papaswolio.com. Like I said, it's a time of year where things start flying off the shelves, certain sizes, certain colors. We usually keep things in stock, but sometimes maybe a medium in a certain color is going to go out. So if you have anything that you got your heart set on for the holidays, 20% off the entire site for a limited time. It's a perfect time of year before Black Friday and before just things get crazy with shipping and start getting the snowstorms in, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to start, hopefully we got the election tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Who knows what's going to happen, but now's the time. So if there's anything that you have your eyes set on or you want to get someone, now's a good time to jump on that. So we got Depth Vader, Super Swole Bros, Go to the fucking gym, Back to the fucking gym. We got all the holiday ones. So we have your Swole one, Mr. Grinch. This is one of the best designs. One of the best designs here. Bring that one up. You're a swole one, Mr. Grinch. You like to make sick gains. Something like that. And then we have all the new releases. Tallow Butter 2024. This is what I'm rocking today. The Lift, Lift, Lift. Probably one of the best designs ever, right? Lift, Lift. Such a great design. We still have Halloween designs. I know it's after Halloween, but these are shirts that you can wear all the time. So Beetlejuiced, Jack-O-Lantern. No one's got better merch. Optimus Pump. We just literally have the best merch. So go and check it out. We got hats. We have all sorts of stuff. We got hats. We got mugs. We got phone cases. All that stuff. papaswolio.com. Check it out. And join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Fam, let's give away today's Swole card. Here we go. Swole card time. Who's gonna win? Maybe you're gonna win. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, we got a winner. You're looking angry in the Telegram chat. Today's winner is Lacey. Lacey, congratulations. Lacey, your Telegram thing looks really confrontational. Not surprised. Lacey, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3104 in the subject, your mailing address in the bio of the email. Did you change that recently? Lacey's Telegram avatar is like this. You look aggressive. Let's just put it that way. You look okay, when I blow it up, it looks okay, that's good. When it's small, it looks more like, but then when you blow it up, it looks more like that. It's awesome. That's awesome. Beast. Our Beast Lacey. It's a normal look for me. I know. When I click on it, I'm like, oh, there's Lacey. I got you. It's just when it was small next to your name, if you use Telegram, you have a little icon to just look more like, the fuck, you looking at me? You looking at me? You talking to me, bro? I'll lift your soul. All right. Congratulations. She is a badass. So congratulations. Swole Fam card going to Arizona, right? Arizona? Please vote properly in Arizona. I know you will, Lacey. You're not retarded. Okay. Is that it? Jarella says they want you as ignorant as possible. I guess that's when I was talking about the 2+2 and the communists. Yeah, they definitely do. Let's see. Jonathan, I started going to the gym because your TikToks would not quit haunting me. Ooh, that's right. Good. I'm glad I'm in your head. Hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and check us out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. Thanks for being here, Beaches. We'll see you tomorrow. And of course, all those links down below to get on the email list, to check out merch, to join the fam over at SonormousX.com. And thanks for being here, and go to the fucking gym. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking